Welcome to 88 Cote Bleu in beautiful Bathurst, New Brunswick. This house is a rarity because it's a house that's pretty much been untouched from the time that it was built in approximately 1965, except for the things that absolutely needed to be done, like the addition of a heat pump, just changing of some of the windows and whatever, but you're really starting with a classic bungalow. But what is the amazing thing about this property is the location, which is within the city limits, but with views of the bay. And we're going to take a little quick glance around. You're in a quiet subdivision, residential subdivision. Just going to give you a panoramic view here. And literally, if I drive to the end of the street, you're on one of the main drags of Bathurst. The property line goes to where the stone retaining wall is, the rock retaining wall is over there. It's just a little over a third of an acre, which is really awesome for downtown in the city limits. And you have lots of waterfront and water view. House was built in approximately 1965, as mentioned before, is a brick bungalow, but you'll see when you get into the house in the lower level, which is unfinished, there's a direct walkout, straight walkout from downstairs, so it's kind of like a back split. There is a paved driveway. Now, obviously, this is not exactly the time of the year that you can go, oh my God, look at the views. However, you can certainly see the potential here, which is endless. You could put up a garage, you could have a huge deck that goes around the back, you have direct access to the bay. So if you're into kayaking, paddleboarding, even rowboats, small boats, anything like that, fishing, it's really an amazing spot for that. And across from here, if you can see the landmass in behind the Canadian flag there, that is one of our local golf courses, 18-hole golf courses, which is one of the nicest golf courses in Atlantic Canada, Gowan Brae Golf Course. So obviously you're never going to have anybody building behind you because you're on the bay, and it really is one of the advantages of this property. So we'll head inside and take a look. So as you enter, you have what is very standard of a bungalow of this age, which is a direct access to the basement, or to the left where you enter into the kitchen area. And again, I was saying this house is a bit of a stamp out of time because it is pretty much the way that it would have looked from the time that it was built, which can be a very good thing because it means that nothing was done incorrectly. It was done the way that it was built, and I think this is a good solid house. So you have all wood cabinetry, laminate countertops, lots of bright sun, as you can see, because there's lots of windows. Now these windows are a wood window, but have aluminum storm windows or plastic vinyl storm windows on the outside, but the insides are wood. This, however, the big picture window in the dining area is a vinyl window, has been changed to vinyl. And the classic paneling from that era. So you have a wood door, which looks like a Douglas fir door. Again, would have been an original door with the original ceramic floors. You'll hear that word a lot, original. So there's a closet here, and that's at the top of the stairs. And then you enter into a good sized living room. This is a really good sized living room. Laminate flooring. Again, with the paneling, you have a heat pump for heating, and you also have a pellet stove. Now, where this is an estate sale, obviously the due diligence will be on the buyer to make sure that they are all functioning. But that is your two heat sources. Your heat pump, you have two of them. There's one in the lower level, and then the pellet stove. This is really truly what you're looking at when you're buying this property, is the view out to the water. And again, where you can see that in the backyard, there's just tons of potential if you wanted to develop it and have decking that ran all the way around. Great spot for a hot tub, very private. It's very lovely. So circling back around, we'll come through. There are 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. And for the age of the house, the bedrooms are actually a very good size. A lot of times in these bungalows, the bedrooms were really, really small, but these are decent sized bedrooms. There are wood windows here, but they're well maintained. and seem to be in good order. And again, with the laminate flooring. Closet. All the way through you see the acoustic tile, which is again a very standard classic look for this age of house. And then in here you have your bathroom, but with a bidet. I'm just going to shut the fan off here. Bidet, toilet, your vanity that actually has a little spot underneath it, your medicine cabinet, the soft mint green tile, and then the standard tub. And then you have a linen closet just outside the door, which can be used for storing all those items. And then you have your primary bedroom here at the back of the house. This is a one-owner home. The people who lived in it built the house back in 65-ish, so it is one owner. And then the third bedroom here, also at the back of the house. And again, with all of the classic looks of what you would see from that era. You have another closet here, which is, sorry, for your front door, which is a fairly deep closet and is lined in cedar, which is lovely. And we'll now head down into the lower level. Now the lower level is unfinished, but massive potential because it's wide open. And you'll see, as mentioned before, excuse me, that there is a full walkout. So you can take advantage of that backyard from here. So it is completely wide open. It's got the rigid foam insulation for the walls and your second heat pump, which is straight ahead here. You have a door to the outside, and then your washer dryer, a central vac, which unfortunately doesn't work. And then they've done some upgrades, like they've changed out obviously the fuses to a 200 amp electric panel, and there's tons of space available on it if you wanted to add more. The windows down here are all the classic wood windows. But again, the potential down here to finish, you could easily put in another bedroom, a big rec room, laundry room, office, whatever you needed the space to be. You could certainly do that. And then on the back side here. Now you'll notice there's a little bit of water on the floor. That's not actually a leak or anything like that. They were testing the hot water from the hot water tank, which is here. So no leaking. There's been no insurance claims on this house since the time that they lived in it, and obviously since they've been in it since the 60s, we're talking a good number of years to be able to compare. So if this is something that you're interested in and you too see the amazing potential for this property, give me a call. I'm happy to chat.